So here's the big question. How are entrepreneurs like us, who have been hustling and struggling to make it to success, who seem to make it one step forward only to fall two steps back, who are dedicated, determined, and driven, how do we finally break through and win? That is the question, and this podcast will give you the answers. My name is Brian Kelly, and this is the Mind, Body, Business Show. A phone. Hello, welcome to the show. My microphone was muted. How are you doing? We have a phenomenal show lined up for you here tonight. Thank you for whoever was letting me know about that. No audio. Thank you, Sandy Rowley. Hello, Lorianne Hood. Hello. Yes, there is sound now. Thank you. That was interesting. I have never had that happen before. It's okay. We're gonna move on. So we have a very special edition for you tonight because we're going to be talking about building systems with automation and AI because it is so important more now than ever as a business owner to be on the cutting edge, the cusp in the beginning or the crest, the peak, if you will, of where things are moving, and they're moving fast, especially in the artificial intelligence arena, or AI for short. And that coupled with incredible automation tools and how they are continually improving and helping us to dial in our systems for our businesses so that we can work faster, more efficiently, more accurately, and with greater results for our business. And that's what this show, tonight is all about. The Mind Body Business Show is a show that I literally had developed with you in mind, the business owner, the entrepreneur looking to make it to that next level, the person that is just wanting to have make another step forward in their business, because let's face it, it takes a long time to achieve that high level of success that we all aspire to do. The only way to do it is one step at a time. Just keep stacking those pebbles. And tonight we're going to have quite a few to stack. It's going to be quite a wonderful, resource-rich evening. I'm going to be sharing with you a number of resources and tools that I personally use in my own business. And just recently, several of them that I've just started using that are really helping me to get things done so much faster and so much with great accuracy. And it's just a great efficiency. It's just another way to improve your business and literally improve your life. I'm a geek and I love this stuff. So the Mind Body Business Show is a show about the three pillars of success. Mind being mindset. Mindset is very important. And to a person, I studied only successful people for about a decade, and to a person, each of these successful people, and we're talking about folks that they were my mentor and I worked with them directly over years, or they were people that I met and learned from at seminars and networking events, and others are authors of books, and others I just follow and learn as I go. And to a person, what I found was these three components kept rising to the top, and that is basically the very name of the show, Mind, Body, and Business. The first being mindset. That's what mind is all about. And it's to a person, each of these individuals had a very powerful, positive, and most importantly, for those of you that watch this show, every week. Flexible. Most important, it's a flexible mindset. Body is these individuals that I studied to a person also took care of themselves, literally, physically, by exercising and by nutrition, what they put inside of their body, as well as what they did for their body. And then business. Business is very multifaceted, and each and every one of these individuals had succeeded in mastering the many skill sets that are necessary to build, not only build a successful business, but to scale it and grow it and make it even more successful and never stop. And we're talking about skill sets like sales, team building, systematizing, marketing, leadership. I could go on for quite some time. And the good news is you really only have to master one of those skill sets, and you can leverage it to then bring in other individuals who have already mastered or in the process of mastering the other necessary skill sets. So the one you want to concentrate on, if you don't know this one by now, is, and many of you already do, you're so astute, is the skill set of leadership. And even if you are teamless right now, maybe you are a solopreneur, start acting as though you are leading yourself. I mean, there are so many things you can do without a team that you can still develop your leadership skills with, like being disciplined, scheduling, writing SOPs, recording every step of the way of your business so that when you do bring on a team, and even if you have a team already, you still don't do anything different. You continue to grow those standard operating procedures. So that's part of your systems. You know, standard operating procedures, and your people are literally part of your systems as well. Your VAs, when you start bringing them on. And so all of this comprises systems, and they are all equally important. So please don't mistake automation and AI with replacing humans. Not at all. That is not where I'm going. That's not what I am using this technology for. And I'm so excited to get into it. And real quick, one last tidbit of the very successful people that I studied is to a person, each and every one of them were very avid readers of books. And that's something that became near and dear to my heart after many, many years of never reading a thing book-wise. So with that, I want to segue very quickly into a segment I affectionately call Bookmarks.
Bookmarks. Born to read. Bookmarks. Ready, steady, read. Bookmarks. Brought to you by ReachYourPeakLibrary.com.
Yes, ReachYourPeakLibrary.com is a site that I had built with, again, you in mind, because what happened was I did not read myself voraciously or even hardly at all until the age of 47, which was about 11 years ago. So yes, you're doing the math and you know where we're standing with that, and that's fine. And the beautiful thing is once I began reading, I realized, oh my gosh, this is a godsend. And it really helped catapult me in my business and my personal life, both. And what I started doing was simply compiling a list of all the books that I had read that I vet, meaning that had an impact on me, either professionally through business or personally or both. And so not every book made it to this list. And so I compiled a list for you. It's called Reach Your Peak Library. You can get to it, reachyourpeaklibrary.com. On that note, as we go through this show, I'm going to be mentioning a number of resources, a lot of web addresses. And so rather than go clicking away to see what those are, I implore upon you to first write them down. And while I'm talking about on the show, and then after the show's over, you can go visit each one of them individually, because I'm going to be talking about some tips and tricks and techniques that if you miss it now, then I would just hate for that to happen. So it's best to keep your focus, gaze, your attention in the room. I always say the magic happens in the room. Yes, it's a virtual room, but it's a room nonetheless. And so that is reachyourpeaklibrary.com. This is not for the intent of making money for selling books. In fact, if you see a book on there and you would rather go get it from your own bookstore or from your own online store presence, fine, please do that. Just find a book that really resonates with you, that jumps off the page, and get it and read it. I listened to them on Audible, and that's how I became a voracious reader, because I didn't realize I didn't like reading with my eyeballs until this new great thing came about. So that was really an eye-opener in so many ways. Thank you, Sandy. That's very nice. You put up reachyourpeaklibrary.com. I appreciate that. All right. And so with that, we are going to get with it on the show. In the show, we're going to move into the good stuff, the juice, what you are here for. And that is not what you're seeing on the screen. Oh, there we go. I know what's going on. We'll have it all worked out. And so what we are going to do is go over a number of fantastic resources that will help you in your business. So get ready, get that pen and pencil ready. And we're going to go flying through these in rapid form. And so what I wanted to do is bring up something that many of you, I'm sure, have heard of by now. And some, my gosh, I've had some incredible reactions to some of these, and not all of them have been positive. And that is, it's something called ChatGPT. And if you haven't heard of it, then it's a phenomenal tool. We'll go through how to get to it and those things. But what it is an artificial intelligence tool where you can just basically type in a query. I call it a query. Anything you want to type in that will help you get an answer, a very complete answer. Depends on how you train it. And so there are the great techniques and ways to do this. I'll give you a resource for a very quick, concise, and very powerful training by a good friend of mine, Carlos Redlich. I will also provide that resource for you tonight. So don't go anywhere. You don't want to go anywhere. This is some amazing information here. And then what we're going to do is dive in. So one of the things I learned after going through Carlos Redlich's course, it's AI Copywriting Secrets is the name of it. And he goes over how to use this tool that I keep referring to called ChatGPT. I'm going to bring it up on the screen here and show you a little bit of an example and see if we can get this thing to work. Sometimes it's a little finicky. It's a very new technology. And so we're going to bring up the website next door. Here we go. And we lost our... That's good. And so there you see ChatGPT on the screen. And on the left, it's very difficult to make out probably here on the show, but these are all my prior lists of things I've been using it to look up for me, to search for things. And so let's start with, let's say you want to create a landing page, which is a single web page that is going to be where people land after clicking on your Facebook ad. So you've seen those ads that go on Facebook, and you put up a thumbnail image or a video, a little description, a call to action, which is click here. And then when they click, they need to go somewhere. So then that would be a landing page. Well, now it's like, well, I need to create this landing page. And you want to have a compelling offer. You want to have a hook in the beginning of some kind, a compelling offer, like I said, and some very good copywriting and some good features and benefits that are compelling enough to get somebody to take the next action that you're asking them to do on that landing page. So let's look at an example of that real quick before I do the ChatGPT side of things. This is my latest creation, which is a landing page for my CRM. It's called Peak Connector. And for those of you that are looking for an automated tool, this is it. This is my end all be all foundation, cornerstone, you name it. It's the first thing I log into every single morning when I get going. And I am in it and on it nearly the entire day, as I was today. And I'll show you another thing I was working on today using the assistance of ChatGPT. And so what I did was I went in and I asked ChatGPT to give me some examples of bullet points, literally from ad copy that I had written on my main Peak Connector webpage. So I just copied the entire page that I had written without ChatGPT, but it had all the features and benefits in there. And the cool thing is, it not only craftily wrote out these bullet points, it also gave some suggestions of other bullet points that I hadn't even considered that were also appropriate. And so when you use ChatGPT, you want to make sure that you're careful not to just copy and paste verbatim. There already are tools out there that detect whether something was AI generated or not. I cannot believe how fast things are moving. And so you just want to make it your own, make some tweaks. Don't copy and paste entire paragraphs when it gives them to you. Take pieces of them, reword them, make it yours and make it flow properly. There's a lot of artwork to this. And again, I will give you the URL for the course that I literally took from Carlos. That I didn't take it. I went through it and learned from it. That's what I mean by took as a student. And it was really a fantastic way of really narrowing down how best to use ChatGPT for marketing efforts and for ad copy specifically in that case. So I'm looking up for there it is, CRM and automation. So I began, and sometimes I need to hit reload after I hit that. beginning to learn the little nuances of this site. Hopefully this will bring it up, and if not, that's okay. But you'll get to see a history of queries and the results that came back from those if it does load. And what happened is I used the information from the results of those queries, and like I just described, take them piece by piece, little by little, and then injected them into my resulting landing page, which I'll go back to while that loads. It's still going. There we go. I think it just loaded. Yes. And so here you can see, and I'm looking up because I have a monitor above me. I normally don't just do this by looking away from you, but please bear with me. So you can see at the very top, it says, I typed this in, tell me the main fears entrepreneurs have regarding using CRMs and other automation platforms. And so this is part of what Carlos trains, is you first start off with a broad statement asking about fears. And then you'll want to go into a sob story, it's called, and do it from the first person. This is more for traditional ad copy. If you're going to do a long form ad copy on, say, a website, or even an email series. Oh my gosh, I can't tell you how powerful it is for that. And I'll show you how I used it for that as well. I mean, I hope I can get all this in an hour because there's a lot to cover, and I'm a geek and I'm excited about it. It's such a phenomenal suite of tools that we have at our beck and call right now. And so I asked that question, and everything in this block that I'm highlighting beneath was its answer. It gave me 6, and it says, just for a taste, it says fear of losing control, and then explains that entrepreneurs may worry about relying on automation will lead to a loss of control over their business processes and customer interactions. Isn't that interesting? And then fear of data privacy, that's not really a big one. Fear of failure, might be afraid that implementing a CRM or other automation platform will be a difficult and time-consuming task, and that the investment will not pay off in the end. That's a true fear. I've dealt with that with an individual today. Fear of losing personal touch with customer. Yes, because they're going to be looking at discerning and thinking, hey, is this automated or is this a real person writing back to me? Fear of becoming dependent on the tool. Oh yeah, that's a great one. Fear of cost. That's probably should be number 1. And then I said, so what happens is you put in the first, I'm not going to do a training on ChatGPT, but I want to kind of lay the groundwork here. At least. And so I entered up its initial topic for it to write about, and then I can build on that. It knows what it's talking about. So I just said, tell me more fears. I didn't have to say, tell me more fears about, what entrepreneurs have regarding using CRMs and all that. I just said, tell me more. And it did. There it is. Now it gave me, 6 more? Fear of complexity, fear of losing customization, fear of poor data quality, fear of vendor lock-in. Oh my gosh. Their fear of being locked into a particular vendor or platform, making it difficult to switch to a different solution in the future. Yeah, that's if you are using a solution that is not flexible, is not growing, is not staying with the times. That's why I use Peak Connector. It does all of that, and I don't think I will ever have to change again. I used to use ActiveCampaign. They are and were phenomenal. It's just Peak Connector has surpassed them in my needs. And I'm a software engineer by trade, automation. I've been called the automation master by a dear friend of mine, Brigitte Hufele, and I'm sticking with that because I didn't call it. Yes. Oh, yeah. I hear you. Lorianne Hood is saying, I started being trained in AI for biz. It can be overwhelming as heck. Yeah, it's quite a rabbit hole to go down to, but it's a good one. The more you can learn about it, the better, because it's not going anywhere. It's going to continue to advance. And yeah, it can be frightening. I get that. It's a normal human response. Embrace it. It's not going to go away. So embrace it and use it for good. Use it for the things that will help you in your business. And that's why one of the reasons I wanted to do this show was to help you kind of break the seal on AI and get in it, and the more familiar you become with something, the less frightening it becomes. And so that is another outcome I had for this show. And so I said, let's see, what did we have up here? Look at this. I said, write a 20-second video script describing benefits and features of peakconnector.com. So I gave it the URL. Now, right now, at this time of recording this, ChatGPT does not go out and scour the internet in real time like Google does. It's doing this from a database that only goes back or up to 2021. So there's a couple of years missing of data. and it's not going and looking at today's data. It's not going out and looking, I don't think, at peakconnector.com, but it knows it's a website now, and it knows the name Peak Connector from my previous query. So now it's saying, welcome to peakconnector.com, the ultimate CRM solution for your business. With Peak Connector, you can easily manage your customer relationships and streamline your sales and marketing. I mean, it's writing my sales copy. This is a 20-second video script. Our platform is designed to help you increase productivity, boost sales, and improve customer satisfaction. So all that to say, I use some of that in this video. And you can see there's 24/7 support behind it. I don't have the volume turned on for good reason. And so I used that to help me write the bullet points basically for the script I was going to use in this video. So I narrated this entire video, and then I had a team of VAs, one in particular from this team that did all the video work, did a phenomenal job. I will also tell you about that resource as well, because again, they comprise part of your systems. So a lot of people forget about that. They're only thinking about electronic means, automation platforms, CRMs, and it just escaped me. The final one was, documentation, SOPs, standard operating procedures, training, all of that. That's all part of your systems. But guess what? Your people are part of your systems. They have to be. They are an integral part of your systems. And they're the most valuable part, in my humble opinion. All right. So that is a great example of putting this ChatGPT tool in action. Again, I did not copy and paste these paragraphs and just start talking and reading them. I did not. I took out the things that I knew were pertinent directly to Peak Connector, the things that definitely were important for highlighting during a video. It's a short video, just over 2 minutes long, so I didn't want to get in too more. And then I had it write some testimonials for this. So now it already knows about Peak Connector. So I said, write a customer testimonial for Peak Connector and include the customer's first and last name. Now I did that. I don't usually, and I haven't yet, put up testimonials without it being real. I don't put up phony ones. And so I was going down the path of putting in cookie cutter ones to see how it would come out. And it did it. You can see here, here's one. It's a very long one, but it's a good one. Peak Connector has been a game changer for our business. And it goes on and on and on. The interface is easy to use. Customer service is top notch. Our sales have increased by 20%. I mean, I don't know if that's true for anybody. So what I did was I took several. I said, write 5 more testimonials. So I let it keep going. I took several. I took some chunks of the good stuff, and I literally sent these to people I already knew. So I gave them 5 to 7. It depended on people I knew to make it easier for them that are already using Peak Connector. So I said, hey, you can either pick from, I would love to get a written testimonial from you. You can either pick from these 5 or 7, however many I sent the individual. Just give me the number of the one you like best, because I numbered them, and or write your own, and or modify the one you want and send that paragraph to me. And my gosh, I got testimonials back that same day for all the ones that I requested, because I made it easy for them to do so. It took very little time. They had to read it. If they concurred with what was written, great. One took a sentence or two from the pre-written ChatGPT testimonial that I copied, pasted, modified slightly, and then he added his own couple of sentences after. So it was a modified, but it came back quick the same day. And I had that, and it was ready. And here they are. They're right here on this page. And so right here, Daniel Aaron, a good friend of mine, just got a phone with him. Brigitte Huffele, been back and forth with her all day today. A great, just amazing entrepreneur, also a client of mine. And Mike Mahoney, who is also, they all subscribe to Peak Connector, this CRM. And so none of this is fake. And so they either agreed to it or modified it and put their name behind it. So that's the other great thing. And then bullet points, you definitely want to have bullet points almost in any form of your ad copy, even if it's in the email form. It gives people a one bullet shot, one sentence at a time to just point out the key features. So, and then I added a little bit more flavoring by bolding really the key words in each of those bullets, just to make it stand out a little bit. But a lot of these came from ChatGPT. Literally that one where I have all-in-one platform with features like ClickFunnels, Calendly, Hootsuite, Kajabi, and I wrote that. That was all mine. But I used that and submitted it to ChatGPT to write more copy on it. And I used that copy in, my version of that copy in this video. So it's just amazing what you can do with this. And that was just that page. And so then I said, well, when someone books a calendar time with me, well, the next thing you want to do is let them know you got that scheduled appointment. It's legit. Here's the Google link. By the way, this system, Peak Connector, does all this for you. This is a website, unlimited hosting, unlimited contacts. You don't pay by contact. You don't pay by number of websites or any of that. You get unlimited just about everything. I don't know of anything that's limited in this thing. It's awesome. But once they take action on something, you're capturing their information. Let's say they chose the 28th, 1 p.m. and you say continue, and there's where you'll capture their information. They will enter that, and then they'll say schedule meeting. At that moment, you want to be able to respond to them and give them something in return. And so I needed to put together a series of emails. I wanted to put together a series of emails. So I wanted them to get email reminders coming up to the date of their appointment that they scheduled, to keep it in the front of their mind, and then continually add a link to the schedule, to the actual Zoom link that's auto-generated by this system, by the way, using your Zoom account. And if you don't have a Zoom account, and you can get the enterprise level version of it for $12.99 a month through a resource I'm going to share with you later as well. Don't go anywhere. I'm telling you, this is a bag full of goodies night. It's got everything. So here is, I'll just bring up the first one. So everything, these are difficult to see. I get it. It's small on the screen, but just to give you a taste. So here is email number one, the second that they finished that, scheduling that appointment. Congratulations, make them feel good. You made a phenomenal decision of booking an overview/coaching session. And then, hey, thank you for booking your coaching session with Peak Connector. We're excited to have you on board and help you make the most out of our platform. Your Zoom session is scheduled for, and then the time, and it will last for approximately 1 hour, giving them expectations. And so all the goodies you want to have in an email, especially the first one. And the beautiful thing about this is a good part of this email was written by ChatGPT. I say a good part. I did edit most every paragraph just to be absolutely certain that the AI police wouldn't get me. And I wouldn't worry too much about that specifically with email, but who knows, maybe down the road, Google might be looking for that in Gmail itself. Maybe they already are. I don't know. But just make it your own. Use it for research. And I love that's how Carlos talked about it. My good friend Carlos. I say his name many times because he is awesome. Oh, my goodness. Look who's in the house. The one and only Brigitte Hufele. I cannot wait to introduce you all to her once again. She just did something remarkable that very few people percentage-wise on this planet that have ever achieved. And I'm so excited to be her friend and get firsthand knowledge of it before she's ready to divulge it. And I'm not going to say a word about it. Don't worry, Brigitte. It's awesome what you've done. And thank you for coming on. I appreciate that. Yes. And so this is a phenomenal tool because when I say that, it's ChatGPT combined with a CRM that gives you the flexibility to put everything together in an integrated manner, which is, I know it sounds like a pitch, and I guess it kind of is in a way, Peak Connector, because it is one of the best. It is the best platform I've ever used in my entire life. And so much so, when I acquired Peak Connector, I did not do it for the purpose of reselling it to other subscribers as an agency owner. I just wanted to use it for my own business, my own purposes. And then I started seeing how you could replicate things. I have full-blown replicated websites where I built the website one time and I can share it with another subscriber. And all we have to do is enter some parameters like colors, logo, picture, URLs, and things like that. And the whole website's done with just the components, the different colors and elements. It's already written. It's already done. It's ready to go. You just, it's plug and play. It's amazing. There's so many things to it. I don't want to go too deep into it, but you combine things that are copacetic with each other with ChatGPT that is so wonderful and complementing what you can do with everything you can do with Peak Connector as an example. You got website and funnel creation. You have email creation. You have automation workflow creation. You have research. You can get testimonies. So many things you can do with just these two tools alone. Oh my goodness. Yeah, getting some love. Thank you. And yes, she agreed. Yeah, Brigida is also, you saw her. I showed you her testimonial in there in my landing page for sure. And that is the one and only Brigida Hufle. We got a star in the room here. And Brian is the expert in automating in Scala. Thank you so much. The expert. Oh my. Yes, she is the one that coined me as the automation master. Thank you for that. And she says automation meister. I love the German flair to it. It's phenomenal. So that is just one email, and that was one of, it was 7 or 8, so 7 total, I believe. No, there's 8 that I created for basically what's called a workflow. And I'm not going to go through every step of these things and bore you to tears, but I did want to see if I can pull it up real fast. I can't remember where I put it in here. I've got a lot in here. And if I can't find it quickly, I will just keep moving. Yeah. Maybe it's in the last section here. Nope, I don't know where I ended up putting it. It's in here somewhere, and it's a bummer because it's pretty powerful. I've got to get one more shot. Advanced vacation appointments, carpet. Must be a P connector. There it is. That's it. Found it. All right. So it's a very simple one. It's straightforward. But the moment that someone fills out that form, this system is listening for that form to be filled out. And once it is, it drops in. And so they got, or not fill out the form, but get the appointment, set up the appointment. And so once they've scheduled an appointment, this workflow fires off. It kicks out this email, the 8 emails you just saw. And a real quick hack, this is a bonus. My gosh, there's so much good stuff in here. I'm gonna send an email out. My system is, and it's this step up here. And I know it's difficult to read again, but it's gonna send out an email. And what happens even today is if someone says, I want your information, please send it to me. They type it in, they opt in, they schedule an appointment. They have requested to be connected with you and your information. Even then, it is getting more and more increasingly difficult for that email, that ensuing email, to land in their inbox, in their email provider. More often than not, it's going into their spam and or promotions folders. And so one of the hacks I developed long ago, this is before it became really, really a big problem, but I just did it for absolute coverage, was, and you can feel free to model this, is after I send the email, I literally have it wait for 3 minutes, and then I'll send a follow-up text message. How do I do that? Because I require in every opt-in form I use from this day going forward, I cannot think of one I haven't done in a long time. I always, always, always require a cell phone number or a phone number. If they put in a landline, it just won't go out. But they must put in a phone number in order to get through. In this case, when you're scheduling an appointment, that's kind of not a big deal, right? They already figure you're going to be calling somehow, but in this case, it's Zoom. But they don't know all that information. They're less hesitant to do so. But even in just forms, regular forms, opt-in forms, get my newsletter, I always require the phone number. Many people, many marketers say, no, never do that, Brian. You'll miss out on a lot of leads. I'm like, I'm good with that. If they're not that serious to put in a cell number. How many times I don't get calls out of the blue by people who have collected my phone number. So it's not a big deal. But if they don't want to, they don't become part of my list. They don't get the goodies that I'm offering, and I'm okay with that. That's just my philosophy. But this one hack of sending out a text message has been a godsend. Just today, a woman reached out and said, thank you so much for texting me to remind me. I didn't see the email, and now I found it in my spam folder. I was like, boom, that's how it works. And that's what I put in the text message. Say, hey, just want to let you know, per your request, I've contacted you via email, and I just wanted to let you know to check your inbox. And if not there, please check your spam and or promotions folder, which a lot of emails are getting buried in Gmail now, if it's a Gmail. And that's all I do. That's it. That's simple. And that has been an absolute game changer as far as deliverability. So then, because this is going to be a scheduled appointment, I have it kick off at certain times. So I wait up until 5 days prior to the appointment. If it's 5 days out, if it's less than 5 days out, it's going to skip over the steps until it finds the one that fits. But if it's 5 days out, they're going to get 5 or 6 emails, one a day, just saying, hey, real quick ones, giving them a quick tidbit about Peak Connector in this case. Guess where those came from? Yes, ChatGPT. I used it to get my information, my research. It just made it easier. I know what Peak Connector does. I know how to craft emails, but to think through the all of the pieces and how I want it to flow would take much longer than just have ChatGPT do research for me and give me ideas. And I cannot tell you how much faster I was able to put this together. An incredible, complete, 100% beginning to end, done landing page, email sequence, and then this workflow and the calendar form and everything in one day because of ChatGPT and the research I'm able to do. Just amazing. And shows a person waiting. That's me testing it. And so that is a great way to use ChatGPT for automation purposes. And I just did this today, another one. The one you're looking at, I didn't do today. I've been working on it, but today I created one from scratch. And it's a good friend of mine, Michelle LaFrance, is putting on a Ductless Summit coming up February 21st, I believe, for people that are in the ductless HVAC arena, basically owners or decision makers of those businesses. She's putting on a summit with a bunch of great guest speakers that are going to help. So I know nothing about HVAC business. This is talking about air conditioning and heating, and they're ductless. They don't have any ducts. They don't have anything going through your ceiling. They hang on the wall, external. And so there's a lot of misconceptions, I'm guessing, about what people think that don't think highly of them because they've never seen one. They just make assumptions. So I asked ChatGPT to tell me about them. I didn't ask Michelle. I asked ChatGPT, and it gave me all kinds of great stuff. It said, I asked it, tell me what misconceptions or myths there are from a customer's viewpoint when it comes to HVAC. I forgot what I said, stuff, HVAC equipment. I don't remember, but it came back with all of this stuff. And then I didn't say, and then I took it farther and kept making it learn. And then I said, okay, now this part one is a multiple part. I hope she doesn't mind my revealing this is coming out. It's not launched yet, but it's going to be, I think, a 3 or 4 part summit. Part one is winning the SEO game, which is search engine optimization. So I made my questions now. I started diving deeper and said, okay, tell me more about search engine. So I said, in the Ductless Summit part one, the result of ChatGPT, I said, our expert panel will dispel the common misconceptions about how to successfully get highly ranked on search engines like Google. Misconceptions like, and then these bullet points are what ChatGPT told me. And I've got this up for her to review because some of these could be completely wrong. I don't know. I'm not an HVAC guy. I've done research using other topics I do know a lot about, and ChatGPT is very accurate, surprisingly so. And so it will give you what you ask for. So it's up to you to ask the right questions and learn about it and just go use it. And so, yeah, these are misconceptions. Well, to get ranked high in Google for your HVAC business is, well, one of the misconceptions is it's easy and keyword stuffing is enough and a website is not needed and no need for a mobile friendly website. Buying backlinks is a good strategy. These are all bad things. That's why the circle of the cross through it. And then she has an expert panel. So this is all just draft form, but just showing you that because of ChatGPT, this isn't actually part of that, but this is. Now I went to the positive and said, what are the great things about it? What are the benefits of HVAC? Or not HVAC, but what are the proven good SEO techniques for building or getting notoriety for an HVAC business? And this is what ChatGPT gave me in pretty much in a nutshell. And there were many more than this, and I didn't put them all because you don't want to. You want to use bullet lists sparingly in a lot of times, and then put buttons to shoot you back up to the actual calendar or registration form in this case. I've got calendar on the brain. And with this, I did the same thing, created an email series, created a workflow, which is the part that is the drip series based on the event, date and time. Everything's in here. I'm going to add a countdown timer in here later. So it just enables you to do so many things. And my point on this one specifically is that I know very little about the HVAC industry, but I could create without any asking of someone like Michelle directly about it. I didn't have to waste any of her time or mine. I just went to ChatGPT and did the research and said, give me what I need to know in order to craft a landing page that's going to bring in HVAC business owners into this summit. That's it. And so you can do things like that with this technology. Just think about that. And look, I know maybe you're not out there building landing pages, but most of you are writing emails, crafting emails. How about Facebook posts? How about social media posts? All of this can be done with ChatGPT. I literally had it write a book. And I just tested it. I know about neuro-linguistic programming. So does Brigitte Huffele, who's watching right now. I love it. The Meister, ja. Yeah, I love it. And she knows about it. She has an NLP center of NLP, and that's in Atlanta, Georgia, and she's amazing. And so I asked it to write a book on neuro-linguistic programming and in parentheses NLP. It started and gave me about a couple paragraphs, but it kind of gave an intro of what the chapters were named, and it gave me 7 chapters. I'm like, okay, those are all like accurate. They are neuro-linguistic programming titles for chapters. And I just said, what the heck? Let's say write chapter 1. That's all I wrote in the query. I can show it to you if you ever want to see it. I don't want to bog this down by showing you all ChatGPT. It started with the number 1, the exact title it had written from the result of my first query, and then it expanded on it and wrote several pages. And I said, wow. So I wrote, write next chapter. That's all I wrote. I kid you not. And it started with 2. And it pulled from 2 queries ago, the first one, its results, exactly verbatim what that chapter title was, and then expanded on it. And in some of these cases, it would pull out bullet points within those chapters. And so I thought, hey, I'd like to know more about that. It talked about anchoring. So I said, write a chapter on, and I copied and pasted the bullet point into that query, and it wrote a chapter on it. So now I had sub-chapters or content that go within the main chapter if I wanted. And remember, rewrite this stuff. Do not use it verbatim, especially if you're going to submit it or distribute it electronically, say in an ebook form or other way, that where the AI police can run you down and say, hey, this is fake. A human didn't write it. Be sure to just use this for research. I actually took a few of the concepts from it. I'm writing a book, and I do have an entire section on NLP or on the mind. And the book is called Mind, Body, Business, and working on the landing page for that as we speak with my team. And that is part of the mind section of the book. And so I was getting additional ideas to really fortify the NLP section of my book because it's important. Mindset is everything, as Brigitte knows, as many of you astute entrepreneurs know, that your level of success or lack thereof is 100% due to what's going on up here. It has nothing to do with outside factors. It's no one else's fault if you're not successful. It's no one else's fault if you are successful. It is 100% about what's going on in your brain, driving your thoughts that turn into emotions, your thoughts become beliefs that turn into emotions. Your emotions then spur on action. You then take action on those emotions, and then that action ends up in your results. Your results are either going to be success or not, or somewhere right down the middle, but it all starts from here. Your thoughts create your world. It's awesome. All right, too much of a sandbox moment there. Going to keep moving. What do I have next loaded up? Oh, yes. So I want to give you some resources here. Anybody want resources? Raise your hand if you want them. I want to see it in the comments. Some incredible resources. Oh, yeah. So what I'll do is I'll put up on the screen a link shortened version of the URL of the landing page that we were looking at just a moment ago. And that is here for those of you that want to check it out in more detail. It's again, a Facebook landing page. It's a single page with one CTA, one call to action, which is book an appointment here. And it just goes through. And I've got another second video here. It's very, very short, 15 seconds or so as well, to just to bring up something else that I thought was important. And so that is on the screen, and I'm actually going to put that in the comments if I can get that in there. Okay, Lorianne Hood. There is the landing page. And then, oh, yes, I do definitely want you to see, yes, I want you to see this man's work, Carlos Redlich. So I'm going to put that also in the comments. Just copy and paste, put it in a notepad or something. Don't click on it and go running away, because you'll miss out on all the goodies coming up, all the information. And so the second one is, so for those of you listening on podcast only, I need to verbally, I want to respect you and verbally give you the URL. It is RYP, that stands for Reach Your Peak, .im. So RYP.im, as in Mary, /, and this is capital PC for Peak Connector, hyphen, capital L, and the word is landing, and capital P, page, no space. I don't know why I did the caps. I shouldn't have done that, but make it easier without them. But ryp.im / capital P, capital C, hyphen, landing page, where landing and page are both capitalized, just the first letter of each. And that is where you can go to see that landing page that I've been talking about. And I realize, and I apologize for those of you listening on a podcast only right now, that this is highly visual. And for that, I highly recommend you all go to the mindbodybusinessshow.com, the mindbodybusinessshow.com, and register there. And there you can then watch these live, or you can at least see the resulting recording, because we have a website by that same name where all of our past shows are stored. And you can go there too if you like. If you want to look at this show, go to the mindbodybusinessshow.com, go to past shows and pull it down and look for, it's going to say business building systems with automation and AI or something to that effect. And that's how you can get to that if you want to do some visual homework on this. And then the next resource is a very, very powerful one. It's already in your link. I mean, in your in the comment section, if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, I believe Twitter and LinkedIn. Maybe not Twitter. I don't know if it sends out these comments, but it is. This is for the, it's called AI Copywriting Secrets is the name of the course. The URL to get to it, I've got a shortened one, is ryp.im / copywriting. Copywriting is spelled COPYWRITING. A lot of people put RIGHT instead of writing WRITING. So ryp.im / copywriting hyphen or dash chat GPT. Chat GPT all together. Nothing is capitalized in this one. I did that one properly. ryp.im / copywriting, all one word, hyphen chat GPT, all one word, and no spaces anywhere in that. All right, that's for all of you listeners out there. And what will happen is you'll come up on this. And so this does cost money. And full disclosure, I am an affiliate, but guess what? It doesn't cost hardly anything. I bought it myself. $97 is all he's charging for this one time, forever, no monthly fee. And he's adding stuff. He added more stuff today to it. Great high value stuff. When you go through the initial course, you're going to be blown away, and just go through it. You're going to have an entire library of very impactful queries. I call them queries, things that you ask GPT to perform. You can copy everything he's done, put it in a doc, and now you can use them and repeatedly use them, and just change what you're writing about. You know, give me the biggest pain points customers feel in finding dog food. And then you can say, give me the biggest pain points people feel in selecting the right automation CRM tool. And you could just keep copying and pasting, replacing, and make these individual queries, or chats they're called in Chat GPT. And that way it keeps the flow going on that one topic. It's just phenomenal. I'm already going too deep, and I apologize, but I'm really geeked out about it. Excuse me. All right, keep moving. I see another comment. What do we got? Hello, Tim Gillette. How are you doing, brother? Great to see you. Thanks for coming on. I love the hair from the days gone by. That's a very cool picture. All right. So we're going to keep moving to the next. Yes. So chat, this is huge. I highly recommend it. Let me see if I can zoom this in a little bit. There we go. And so you just put in your name and your email address. He does not even ask for your phone number. I would, but he's not. That's cool. And so you can see live chat is online. This guy is always working, always. I never see him sleep. or never don't get a response back from him. It's amazing. And he's got a wonderful, beautiful child, and he's just a great guy. So anyway, be sure to check that out. It's in the comments section if you need to click on it later after the show's over. And then let's move on. Part of systems, like I said in the beginning, involve getting human help. Always, everyone seems to leave out the fact that humans are part of your systems. And so I wanted to also leave you with a phenomenal resource that I personally use. And by the way, everything you're seeing here are things I use daily. Yes, I use Carlos' course daily now because I am writing copy and building landing pages and emails and completely refining my old campaigns and things. So everything in here. So another one is the wonderful world of virtual assistants. And so there are so many out there. And look, you can see, oh my gosh, there's my picture, because I am one of the biggest promoters of their service, because I myself have been using it for going on 2 years now. But you can see there are a lot of people in here who have really sung the praises of this outfit. And they are known as, let me pull that up, as Carpe Diem UK, but here's a very short URL to get you there. It's ryp.im/VA. Really simple, huh? And so ryp.im/VA. I'll drop that in the comments as well, so you can click on that at a later time. And you can go, and I have a lot of these stored in another area that I'm going to tell you about as well, so you can just have a one-stop shop for all these great resources. Why am I so high on Carpe Diem? One of the reasons is that they have systems in place, SOPs. They are very astute at technology. You can see above, if I go to the top, they have VAs that are certified in various large SaaS systems, software as a service systems, Zapier, Go High Level, ClickFunnels, Facebook, WordPress, Asana, Slack, ClickUp, LinkedIn, and Google Drive. They're all in there. Or just Google. Is that Google Drive? I don't even know. But I use them for a lot of different things. In fact, oh my gosh, this is great. The video right here that, let's see, if I play it, it will play loud. I don't want it to play. I'm going to refresh it, see if it'll start from the beginning, because you'll see it but not hear it. What I did was I did a headshot. Okay, you'll see it in the background there. You can see it's animating and moving. So it's just my tucking head, almost, wow, like twins here, but not my talking head forever. I said, I want to replace this with animated graphics and motion graphics and things that keep people's attention. I don't want them just to look at a talking head for the entire video. So any moment now, you're going to see a graphic come in. I didn't talk very long. There it is. And from that point almost to the end, it's nothing but these transitions of graphics and scenes. I had AVA, and I say AVA, and there's a definite great reason for that, who edited this, who made this video. I sent them a video of just me in front of a camera talking with the audio. I had them put in these graphic transitions with words so that if someone doesn't want to play it out loud, they can actually kind of see what's going on. And there you see automated tasks. So I had them add those text elements after I already had them do the entire suite of graphics animations. So you see how savings kind of wobbled in there. That was an add-on. I said, we need some words so you know what's going on without the music or without the sound. And I had them create and put a music track behind the scenes. I used something called SoundDraw. I got it on AppSumo. It's one of the few that's really good on AppSumo. And so they came up with this, and now I have a version now for this, and I'm very soon going to have a version, this meaning the landing page for a Facebook ad. I'm going to have another one I'm going to use on the main site that gives them a different CTA at the bottom or at the end. Instead of schedule a call with me, I'm going to say sign up now for your 30-day free. So that's another fantastic reason to have VAs. They did this while I did other things. In fact, most of those VAs reside in Pakistan, but you can, and I did, request that they overlap your time zone as much as humanly possible. I have my primary VA who did not do this video, who does a ton. My God, I've got her loaded down. She is amazing. I got the agreement that she would work until 2 p.m. my time every day. So she starts earlier, but that's plenty of overlap. And we have our meetings in the morning, my morning, once a week minimum. We're constantly in communication on Slack and ClickUp. It's a phenomenal system and phenomenal VAs that you can get. And here's the kicker I want to show you when it comes to those VAs. Let me bring that up. Let's see. Oh, yes. So yeah, first you want to go to the ryp.im/VA, and the call to action there for them is book a discovery call, they call it. It's a very low or no sales pitch call. It's very, very easygoing. They're just asking you, what do you need? Let's determine your needs. Do you need a 40-hour-a-week VA, as an example? I went in and said, I got more than enough for a 40-hour-a-week VA. So I went all in from the very beginning. And in my case, they had two packages. One was 1 month. You pay up front for the equivalent of 40 hours a week of work. And I'm like, whoa, a week of work. Yes, that's right. Or the other package was 4 months prepay. I'm like, wow, well, let me try the 1 month. So the interesting thing about that is that costs slightly different. So if you went with 1 month, it's about the equivalent is $5.63 an hour. I mean, that's already bare bone, bottom basement, hardly anything. And this is what I did. I started out with 1 month of full-time. You don't have to get full-time. You can start with part-time. I just didn't ask about it. I didn't want it. I wanted full-time. So for me, the full-time was $5.63 an hour equivalent when I said I want 1 month. And that was to kick the tires. So after I kicked the tires and I saw there was a potential here with my assigned VA, who has been my VA since the beginning, who we just kept getting better and better together, building the rhythm. And so when the month was up and they said, okay, do you want to do another month or a 4 month? I said, give me the 4. And I've done 4 ever since. And what happens when you go 4 month is your equivalent hourly rate goes down by over $1 an hour to $4.53 an hour. It's unbelievable. And you not only get this one VA, here's the kicker, and I explained this in this video, and I'll show you how you can access this whole section. This is a membership site that I put together, 100% free, called Reach Your Peak Club. But the greatest thing about this agency, there's several things. One is they assign you a manager. They give you a manager to oversee operations of your VA, and I should say of your VAs, because no one person has every skill set in the world. No, I don't. And so I needed things done that my assigned VA, I call her my permanent or primary VA, didn't necessarily have, or I didn't want to bog her down with this level of work when I already had her doing more important types of work for me. So one being video editing, another being landing page design and creation, another, oh my gosh, I had so many things done by them. It's unbelievable, that video being one. So I just go to the manager and say, hey, do you have somebody available that can do some video editing? And he would just grab that person, drop them into my ClickUp, and I have a new VA working simultaneously with my primary VA. I had been up to, at one point, I had 4 VAs working simultaneously. And remember, my primary is working full time, and not once did they come back and say, we need more money because you've exceeded your hours. I asked the CEO, his name is Wise, W-Y-Z-E, great guy. I said, hey, please, you're going to let me know if I'm getting close to exceeding and I'm going to need to fork over some more money. Oh yeah, we'll let you know far in advance. Don't worry, it won't surprise you. I've never been notified. And I don't abuse it, but when I need something, I just grab one and say, hey, I need this. I had one convert 7 of my websites from a WordPress-based host, which is Linux. It's the operating system. It's getting geeky now. But most are on a Linux-based host. It's a computer. And I had one of their Carpe Diem VAs literally converted all of them and rebuilt them almost from scratch in my Peak Connector account, because it does website hosting, and they made them look darn near identical. And I was using an advanced editor on the WordPress side called Elementor Pro, and they made it look almost, it's hard to tell the difference, to be honest. And they did 7 full-blown websites with navigation bar and everything. They did 7 of them in 2 weeks. And yeah, there were some minor tweaks and things they missed along the way, as always happens. And that's okay. But oh my gosh, the brunt of it was done in 2 weeks. It was unbelievably awesome. So yeah, go ahead. If you have a question, let me know. I've been blabbing, but I got a little bit more to cover, not a ton more. And I see where, oh my God, we're already at the hour. What happened? And you know what? I always give away a 5-night stay at a 5-star luxury resort, compliments of the biginsidersecrets.com. That's Jason Nass, my good buddy. He's getting married next week on a cruise ship. My wife and I are going to be there with him. We're going to cruise with him for a week, him and his new bride, and we're going to have a great time celebrating his new journey going forward with this amazing and beautiful wife, Lisa. So excited about that. But I will be giving away that prize. In fact, I'm gonna let you have the information now before it's too late. So write this down once I pull it up on the screen here. Going a little bit different tonight because it's just a solo op. Here we go. I'm gonna put it up on the screen. To enter to win a 5-night vacation stay at a 5-star luxury resort, all you have to do is write this down. You don't have to enter this moment. Is you will write down ryp.im/vacation. ryp.im/vacation. After the show's over, I'll take a look and we'll do a random drawing, and that winner will be announced later tonight. That'll be awesome. Good luck to you. ryp.im/vacation. By the way, caveat, you must be watching live to enter. Yes. So another reason, if you're listening on podcast or you're watching this as a recording, definitely head on over to the Mind Body Business Show.com and register to be notified of upcoming shows. We don't spam or pitch and do all that crazy stuff on those. Yes. Hey, Don Hoperich, good evening to you, my friend. Yeah, we don't do that kind of stuff. So just register, and then you will get notified when these shows air live, and you'll get to click a link. It's really quick and easy, and then you can enter to win. And that's how you can do that, is watch us live, and you can interact. We'll give you shout outs and all that great stuff. All right, and let's see, what did I have queued up for the next piece? Yes, Reach Your Peak Club. I know we're going over. I apologize for that, but for those of you who want to hang on, this is very valuable, and I hope you do stay on. This was my issue last week, unfortunately. I don't know what I was talking about at that moment. Lorianne. So this is a club that I had created really out of the reason it was because of just one resource at the time that spurred me to do this. I needed something that was not bare naked to the world at all times, that someone would have to actually log in. An extra step was involved, a commitment of some kind, in order to get this incredible discount. And what is that discount? Well, let me go back to this guy, and we'll peel it back to the beginning, I hope. Yeah, we'll go here. And it is the Zoom Enterprise Plan. That is the reason I created this Reach Your Peak Club. And then I started adding other elements to it. As you see there's Carpe Diem. It is what I call, Reach Your Peak Club is what I call a discount house for entrepreneurs. And so you can think of it like a Costco or a Sam's Club without the annual or any fees to be part of the membership. And it doesn't have thousands and thousands of products. It only has, as you can see here, about 6. I'm going to add a 7th here in a little bit. I'm going to add Carlos Redlick's training, ChatGPT. I mean, $97. Come on. And I'll bet money he's going to up that price soon. So, and you can also get a hotel savings card. You get one of those just by joining for free. And it is bona fide. I've used it. You just apply it just like you would an Amazon gift card, but you apply it to a booking engine where you can book into any hotel they offer, which is most that are available, and get a discount on top of their already super low wholesale rates. So it's an amazing thing. But anyway, Zoom, for those of you that are using Zoom, a lot of you are doing the free plan that that limits you to 40 minutes, I believe it is, 30 or 40 minutes per session. And the first tiered plan, I believe, is $12.49 a month. And I don't think they limit the time. Maybe it is limited, but you get a lot more. They have more tiers in between. And then at the far right, they have the enterprise plan, which includes a lot of great things, which is, let's see if I've got anything written down in here. It's been a while since I've been in here. No, there's a video that goes over it and explains it once you're in the Reach Your Peak Club. So you'll want to definitely opt into that. It's free, 100% free. And so did I put that up? I don't think I put that up yet. Reach Your Peak Club. I'm going to put that in the comments. Maybe I did. No, I did not. All right, we'll put that in there. And I'll put it up on the screen here in just a second. All right, real quick. Yeah, so you want to go to ryp.im/club, ryp.im/club, and you can sign up for absolutely free there. Get access to all these discounted, incredibly deeply discounted, in this case specifically, is the Zoom Enterprise plan. And in a nutshell, what it does is it enables you to have a 500-seat meeting, 500-seat webinar. Those are separate and they're all part of the same account. Unlimited recording to the cloud and full transcription of every meeting that you record. So to the cloud, meaning you don't have to record it to your own PC anymore or your computer if it's a Mac, and take up your disk space. It goes to the cloud. It's on their servers, and you can access it anytime you want by logging in to Zoom. It is Zoom. Think of it as an upgrade for paying very little less. You pay a whopping $12.99 a month for the fullest, highest plan they offer. Now, the highest they have has 1,000 attendee seat meetings, I believe. You get 500 for both meeting and webinar. I use it every month for my webinar. I've done 25 webinars using it. It is Zoom. There's nothing different. It is just, think of it as an upgraded account for hardly any of the cost. If you were to pay the full amount, I forget what I had written down there, but it's thousands of dollars a month to get the enterprise plan because they require a minimum number of licenses. I think it was 50 or something like that. When you add it all up, it's a lot of money. And I struck a deal with a company before the pandemic, and they've been holding true to that deal ever since, which is phenomenal. Zoom and this other company made that deal, and I got my foot in the door with that company who made that deal. And they said, yeah, we offer this to anybody who wants it, just as long as you don't, go advertising it to the world. That's why I put it behind a membership site. That's the whole reason behind that. So that's that. I don't want to go through, Advanced Live Video Masterclass. If any of you want to do learn the ins and outs of doing advanced live video like I'm doing right now. Typically, I'm interviewing someone on the show and had a last minute cancellation. I mean, within 15 minutes, I put this together. I'm not kidding. This show from scratch. Didn't think about it. I just started pulling up resources. And man, it'd be a great time to give everybody access to all the tools that I've been using that are really helping me. And so I put on a free live advanced video masterclass. Nothing's for sale during it. And even in the call to action, which is you can have a 1-hour coaching session with me, absolutely free. And still, I don't sell anything. I do not pitch at all, ever, in any step. It is a masterclass, not a webinar. And so if you're interested in that, then head on over to peakmasterclass.com. I don't have one of those loaded up to show you on the screen, peakmasterclass.com, or just log into your Reach Your Peak Club membership, and you'll see it in there, and you click just like I did, and you can jump in and then register. And there's the link. When you click there, it goes to peakmasterclass.com, and just read the info. There's testimonials here of folks who have been through it. I've had quite a few, done 25 of these now, and there's quite a few testimonies if you want to see how other people, what they got from it, if they got anything from it. Most have. And it's another great resource for you as well. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. I know I went over, and I apologize for that, but thank you for hanging on. I see some of you are still here, but this is what Reach Your Peak Club looks like, and you'll just say join here free, and you can click any of the buttons down here. They do the same exact thing. They take you to a login. And I did not use ChatGPT for any of these. I could go back and redo it. I don't need to or want to. But there it is. Yes. And yeah, so actually it's a $300. I got to update that inside. So anyway, there you have it. I wanted to give you just an absolute plethora of incredible resources that you can use going forward in automating your business with the assistance of AI and doing it so much faster. You just need the right tools. It's 2 tools. ChatGPT is one, and the other is Peak Connector for sure. I'm going to, beta.open. So for ChatGPT, you want to go to chat.openai.com. Chat.openai.com. I'm testing it to make sure I'm saying that right. I didn't give that to you earlier. Yes, chat.openai.com. And you can get a free account there for now. I just heard word that they came out with a paid version of $47.49 a month. Well worth it even at that price, but right now it's still free to my knowledge. Go to chat.openai.com and get a free account there and just have fun with it. But I would definitely recommend also getting Carlos's course, the ryp.im/copywriting-chat-GPT, to put that in full work. You don't want to just run and do this blind. Trust me, you will spend a lot of time. Carlos put the time in. He is a copywriting expert. He does this for a living. He has high-end clients. He knows what he's doing when it comes to copywriting, and he has found a way to tap into ChatGPT to further his copywriting prowess and make his business thrive even more. So real quick recap. We have the P Connector landing page. If you're interested, if you want to see what a Facebook landing page looks like, and I did not just come up with the layout and the ideas of the components myself. I literally hired another Facebook ad agency who showed me and told me the components to add. So if you want to check that out, again, that's ryp.im/C landing page, where both words are capitalized, the L and the P. And then again, that's Carlos copywriting-ChatGPT after ryp.im. And then for VAs at a fraction of the cost, I have made a great connection with the CEO. His name is Wise Siddiqui, and he's an amazing guy. They will bend over backwards for you if you have any issues. I've had issues. Nothing's perfect. And the guy just jumps on it and makes it right. So go to ryp.im/VA. See if it's a fit. It may not be a fit, and that's okay. But at least I got to tell you, it's a godsend to have the help. The VAs, it's just unbelievably wonderful to have them. And then there is ryp.im/club, which is what is on the screen right now. And I think that brings us to our wonderful end. I normally would ask a wonderful, heavy-hitting question of a guest, but we don't have a guest tonight. And it was actually a good thing. It's not a bad thing, because it got me to be flexible and come up with some really valuable content. And I'm telling you, not just to boast or brag at all. It is truly highly valuable, without a doubt, what you just witnessed. And do take action on it and go to those resources. Now that we're about to wrap it up, I hope you wrote all those down and that you will go and check out, especially Reach Your Peak Club, because most of the things we talked about are in there, not ChatGPT. Wow, maybe I should add that in there since it's free. For now, that's actually a good one. And so that's it. I so appreciate you all being here and taking the time to learn about how to more quickly and more accurately scale and build your business by building systems utilizing automation and AI, artificial intelligence, together. I hope you got a good amount of value out of this time with together tonight. And with that, we will be back not next week, but the week following, because I will be on a cruise ship with limited internet connectivity. So we're taking a week off from the show. And so when we come back a week later, I cannot wait to get going again with another phenomenal guest expert who I will be interviewing on this show when we return. So until that time, everyone, I appreciate you. I want you to do two things, if you don't mind. One is continue to go out there and crush it and serve more people. That is how you grow your business, is by serving others. And number two, above all else, please be blessed. All right. Take care for now and have a wonderful, wonderful evening.
Bookmarks. Born to read. Bookmarks. Ready, steady, read. Bookmarks.
Thank you for tuning in to the Mind Body Business Show podcast at www.themindbodybusinessshow.com. My name is Brian